Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! What a game! What a game!
Oh, by Saab, I have to say it was definitely a neat match. Once doesn't look much
Whoa!
happy, I totally understand.
Yeah!
KKR were definitely going to win it. They were definitely going to win it. It all changed in just an instant. Amazing. Welcome to the post-match show, and that was one hell of a match. Well, what we missed today was the big finish from Mumbai. Normally, we see in their last 5 to 6 overs, but we did witness an amazing fifer from Andre Russell with against Mumbai Indians again. Well, and four wickets from Chahar, an amazing death over from Trent Bolt. It really was amazing. I'm still excited. Look at the smile on my face. Look at the smile on Abhinav's face. He's still excited about the match. Well, no bowler in the history of IPL had taken 5 wickets against Mumbai Indians until Harshal Patel did it last in the season opener, and Russell did it today. So, do you think the middle order is really collapsing in him, Abhinav?
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a worry for MI, which they need to look at, or maybe play an extra batsman, maybe a Jayant Yadav in place of overseas fast bowler. I don't think on this Chennai wicket, two fast bowlers are necessary. So maybe go in with three overseas players and eight Indians. So yeah, Jayant Yadav could be the one who can solve that batting in the depth issue for MI, going with the eight batsmen.
Well, that certainly seems like it because if this keeps going on, it's going to be harder for Mumbai to win matches.
I just
I'm
love
not sure
one
if
space, man. I just love one space right now.
yeah, I just in the mood to answer any questions right now. But we'll have to go ahead with it. Well, Vansh, for you, good news is that Nitish Rana finally got out of his whatever we call it, jinx, bad luck, or whatever you want to call it. And he didn't end up being a key factor. If it would have been a win today for KKR. He scored
Well,
another half century.
well, it doesn't really matter now, because the number of runs he scored were all waste in the end. So it doesn't really matter, Yes, Nitish Rana did go above that zero score, but then it's just not acceptable, man. 32 runs in the last 5 overs with 6 wickets in hand, two set batsmen. It's just not acceptable for KKR to lose from here on. I'm really so sad today.
I understand that. I mean, it's disappointing when it comes to team. I mean, Andrew Russell was there, Dinesh Karthik, Owen Morgan. They really were hitters, but they couldn't do anything today. Well, as for Mumbai, I want to ask you a question about Dickov. What do you want to say about him? He seemed like a total failure as a keeper and a batsman. I mean, he considered more runs than he scored.
Well, you can say it's his first game. He's traveled from all the way from South Africa. He needs time, a bit of time to adjust to the conditions of this Chennai wicket. Coming from the South African tracks, which produce a bounce double as compared to Chennai. So he's just had, I guess, a couple of days of training with the team. So through going ahead in the tournament, I think he should be fine, and it's not a point of worry for him.
Well, I really hope so. Because
Yeah.
Peacock has to play. A partnership has to made for Mumbai Indians. Suryakumar played really well today. He really was exceptional. I mean, it was like he has a different pitch altogether for himself. Suryakumar, and
Yeah.
you really did a good. I think you decided on the breakthrough player as Suryakumar Yadav and Chahar, I guess.
Yeah.
Taking wickets
I
from
mean,
those predictions were totally correct, man. I have to say, amazing.
yeah.
And now for Vansh. Well, it was really hard to see Russell, a player who used to chase down 70 runs in like 5 overs, struggle like that. Any views on that?
Well,
Is he losing his form?
14 balls for his 8 runs is I mean, it's just not acceptable, man. At least look for singles, if not for those big shots, because the situation didn't demand of big shots. 8 runs per over when he came in to bat. DK was picking up the singles on the other hand, but Russell just absolutely. I'm really shocked by his performance in fact today, and I think DK should have promoted. He should have batted at number 4 because when Owen Morgan knew that in the middle of an amazing spell, when he knew that the pitch had started to turn, why take the risk in on Morgan? On Morgan is not a good player of spin at all. Dinesh Karthik should absolutely have been sent at number 4. There's absolutely no doubt about that because he does play the spinners well. He does know the ground well as well. The situation just didn't demand of Morgan going there, and even Shakib Al Hasan being promoted ahead of Dinesh Karthik was another shocking call. I think KKR. I think what Brendan McCullum was looking for is he was looking for a good net run rate. I feel because in the 6 overs, 40 runs, it's not a big deal. It's with 8 wickets in hand at that point of time. They were looking
It
at the
definitely is.
and that has cost them the match. They were looking to take on the spinner Rahul Chahar, and Nitish Rana. The way he gave away his wicket at the end was also just not acceptable.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Vansh here. The batting order of KKR. I think they sorted it in the first game. They had a settled batting lineup, but they again tried to do something new with the in this game. They tried to finish the game off quickly, and I guess the that cost them the 2 points. Vansh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear me?
guess Aman is. Yeah, now you can hear you.
It's my bad, sorry. So
Yeah.
there's a question from Parth. When KKR were in really good place after 8 to 9 overs, was there a need to accelerate the innings and go for more boundaries? Was that the fear of
Uh,
Bumrah's remaining overs?
if you would have watched Brendan McCullum's short interview outside, like off the field, he clearly had the indication that he was not disappointed with Shubman Gill at all because Shubman Gill was looking to accelerate to against Rahul Chahar especially, and that's what McCullum wanted to do. But I don't know. The last over of Rahul Chahar. I mean, the guy's picked up 2 wickets. Then why go for another shot? The situation just wasn't demanding that, and uh, you know hats off to how Gill played. I think Gill was looking quite good at the crease, and it was a loopy ball again by Chahar, and it was an exciting ball to hit, but it didn't go out of the middle of the bat. But uh, no fault of Rana or either of Shubman Gill. But then what happened after that was shocking.
Absolutely.
Actually, I guess I kind of disagree with one's point here. I guess Nitish Rana is, to be blamed a bit for this run chase because he, at when Nitish Rana was batting and only one delivery was left of Rahul Jaha's spell, I thought he will, just knock it out and let his spell finish. But I think that was not good on Rana's part. He needs to develop that game because clearly the game was in KKR's pocket. At
Well,
no time we thought that MI is going to win this game.
yeah, exactly, man. Last ball, he should have looked for the single, and then
Exactly. Yeah.
the game would have been completely
The,
different if he would have played that delivery just down. And but that just didn't happen today.
I mean, the last I saw it was like 32 balls, 30 runs. I mean, I was like, Kolkata needs just 1 run per ball and they would clearly win the match. But yeah, that was something amazing what Mumbai did. So this one's for Abhinav. So
Yeah.
Rahul Chahar, a key player today in today's match for Mumbai. I mean, very crucial 4 wickets to his name. Uh, they Nobody else was in the game taking wickets, and Rahul Chahar made it possible for Mumbai to win. What are your views on that?
Well, I always back Rahul Char. Like in the pre-match analysis as well, I mentioned Rahul Char is going to be key for MI today because he's the only spinner who MI can trust with his 4 overs, with his googlies, with his leg spinners, with his quicker ones. Because Krunal Pandya, yes, he bowled well tonight, but he's kind of an on and off bowler. Not every game Krunal Pandya will give you those 4 overs, and that's why I think this is one area where I think MI is lacking. They do need an Indian spinner to help Rahul Chahar in the squad.
Yeah, they do. So there's another question for KKR. Russell looked out of form. Any thoughts? It's from Animesh Jain.
Well, it certainly not. It was not looking at the halfway mark. The 5 that he took, everyone was praising him, and then that's how T20 cricket is. One innings you're just on top of the moon, and the other you feel like going under the ground. So that's how T20 cricket is. I still feel Russell should have knocked the ball around for a couple of deliveries, but then the dot balls that he played, the first, I think he was not of 5 deliveries, so that built the pressure on him and DK as well, because DK
Yeah.
had two deliveries of Bumrah in the penultimate over, and there was no other option other than hitting rather than going for the big hits. So
Big hits,
he
yeah.
not only put pressure on himself but also on DK as well. So I think, I mean, it's tough to put into words, but then I mean, you can't remove him as well from the 11 because he's played
Yeah, that's the thing.
well in the bowling attack, and you know what he's capable of. But it's
Can
fine.
we give the man of the match to an opposition player? Just a question.
Well,
I
I
think Russell deserves the man of the match for today's game.
Yeah, he does. I mean, a 5 against Mumbai again in second match as well. Okay, there's another one for Abhinav.
Yeah.
This Preksha asks, after Deacock's performance, do you still think replacing Ling was a wise decision?
Well, like I said in the pre-match analysis, Quinton de Kock is the first choice opener for MI. That has been clear for since the 2019 season. Yeah, they brought Linney in the previous auction, in the last year's auction, but only they wanted to have a backup opener because MI doesn't have a pinch hitter kind of a player at the top of the order. So Quinton de Kock and Chris Lynn, they kind of have the similar characteristics. So I don't think more than Quinton's batting, I think it's the behind the stumps work which he does. That's what MI focuses on. Because Rohit and Quinton at the top of the order gives you a left hand right hand combination as well. So that is a plus point. And Quinton can strike at a pretty decent rate too compared to Linney. He's similar to Chris Lynn in terms of the strike rate, I feel. So I don't think he'll be dropped after tonight's performance.
There's another question for you, Abhinav. Do you think
Yeah.
Mumbai should play Nisham as an experienced player instead of Marco Jansen?
Yeah,
What do
I
you think?
think so. If you are on this Chennai wicket, when you have seen two games where MI have collapsed badly, in the last 5 overs, I guess they lost 7 wickets, something like that. I heard in the commentary, Matthew Hayden was speaking about it. So yeah, they need to look. They need to look on this aspect because in the previous game as well, in the last 10 overs, we lost 8 to 9 wickets, and today also we got all out. So that middle order collapse is something which is a bit of a worry right now. So maybe playing an extra batsman in Jimmy Neesham, who is a pinch hitter exactly. So the batting order of Hardik, Krunal, Paulie, and then Jimmy, that kind of solves a lot of problems. But then Marco needs to go out like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he is a bit inexperienced for this is the second match, so let's see.
Yeah.
I guess so too. There's a question from Sumed. Should KKR have chased the game with patience instead of going for big shots?
Well, I
What's
certainly. So 5 overs 32, as I mentioned, they should have knocked the ball around for another couple of overs, and then if the required run rate was around 6, they could have gone for the sixes, because the net run rate also depends on the wickets you have remaining. It not only
Right.
depends on number of overs you finish it with. So poor choice of shots, taking on Rahul Chahar, who had been so successful today. Uh, could have played cautiously, but these are all things of the past now. KKR will just have to forget all what happened in this match, although it is very tough to do that because 3 points have gone down the drain right now. But after such a good bowling performance, one positive that we can surely take is the bowling performance. I mean, the way on Morgan handled his spinners and the pacers, the tactics that he used against the top three Mumbai Indians batsmen, and obviously when Pollard and when Hardik came in, he brought in Pat Cummins with the to bring in a bit of pace in. So I mean, it's tough to take positives from this match as well, but yeah, man, next match we will come back stronger.
I mean, I'm just
I
going to
kind of
come.
agree with Vansh here. Aman, he said because MI didn't have a chance at any point of the game till the 16th, 15th, 16th over. They just gave a sniff to MI and they grabbed it with both their hands. I mean, if you give a bit of chance to a champion squad like MI, then obviously that's the only thing they want in this situation. After 16 overs, they are done with the game, probably thinking about the next game. But that bit of an opening given to MI, that was very crucial, and that's what gave MI the 2 points.
And one more interesting thing during the match, Abhinav, in fact, was the 17th over given to Krunal Pandya.
Yeah,
They could have gone with
Yeah, we could.
they gone with Marco. Bolt had an over remaining, but I think he wanted Bolt for the last over. But he could have gone with Marco as well. So that's one question that I wanted to ask you personally. What do you think was the reason behind giving Krunal the over?
well, that is Rohit's captaincy for you, to be honest. Rohit is a daring captain, and even I didn't think that Krunal will be bowling the 17th over only because the 17th over only because Shakib Al Hasan was on strike,
Hmm.
and Krunal doesn't turn the ball that much.
Yeah.
So I think Rohit just tried something new because Marco was leaking runs and the Pacers weren't having that much weren't getting
Yeah,
that much from the wicket. So I think he just looked at Rahul Chahar's spell and he thought maybe similar kind of a bowler may get him a wicket, and that's what exactly happened.
And that's where probably he even bought Rohit Sharma.
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also did see Rohit Sharma bowling, and I also have to mention that Owen Morgan. I mean, absolute brilliant strategy and absolute brilliant execution from them from KKR in the first innings. Really amazing.
Yeah,
So
it
Brilliant.
was.
one
Brilliant.
question.
Yeah, it was quite unexpected, bringing in spinners for the first 5 overs in
Yeah,
the power
that's what
play,
I'm saying.
and it can go on the other side.
Nobody could guess that first five
Yeah,
overs will
it,
be
it
bowled
could
by
have
this point.
his captaincy decision. I mean, could have gone on the other side as well. He could have been criticized today if the 5 overs went for around 50 runs. But then the way Shakib bowled to Rohit Sharma, the way he brought in Shakib when the wicket of Quinton de Kock was had fallen, it was a tactical move because two right-handers at the crease and Shakib with the left arm provided a better option. So, hats off to the skills that Morgan
Yeah,
put out.
really.
It just didn't happen in the later half of the second innings. So doesn't matter.
I
They
agree.
Well, there's a question from Ronak Kedia. So he asked if can KKR promote Shakib at number 3, otherwise he's just being wasted as a batsman.
I mean, too soon to judge that because Rahul Tripathi did play a good knock last time around. He was looking good today as well, but he got an amazing delivery by Rahul Chahar. I think there was there was nothing wrong with the shot that Rahul Tripathi played. It was just an amazing delivery. So too soon for that, but I think they'll keep Shakib for the later half of the innings as well. So
Yeah.
Okay, so Abhinav, I mean, Mumbai did win the match, and
Yeah.
there's a positive to look out for. There were a lot of positive. What about the negatives? What do you want to say about that?
A lot. There are a lot of negatives actually. Especially the middle over collapse. It has happened for the second consecutive time. Also, Rohit Sharma throwing his wicket away. I mean, that wasn't a delivery to, yes, Pat Cummins bowled a slow delivery, but I expect Rohit Sharma to connect that because he was well set. He faced 30 odd deliveries already, and I was banking on him to bat till the end. Maybe that was the plan as well from the dugout, that you need to bat till the end, and that's why he was disappointed. So the middle order
Yeah,
collapse, and Marco Jansen, I guess, yes, we are praising him, but at some stage or the other, he needs to step up and show his caliber. Yes, the wicket doesn't suit him much because he bowls from a very high. He has a high bowling action. So I guess the because of that, the ball kind of sticks into the surface. So yeah, I guess Marco needs to step up as well. Maybe try something else like Jussi does on this track, because Jussi and Marco, they have a similar kind of pace. But Jasprit has various tricks in his bag, so that may be something Marco can learn and apply it in the next game.
well, certain was an amazing match. I mean, you don't see such matches every day. So it
Right.
was really great talking to you guys. Once I feel a bit sorry for you. I mean, KKR had the match in their hands, and they could have absolutely won it. But Mumbai turned it around. Rahul Chahar for the win. Trent Bolt, amazing bowling. But Jasprit Bumrah, the 19th over, amazing job. Everyone from Mumbai did amazing in the second innings, no, if not in the first. Yeah, it was an amazing match. Well,
Also,
it
I
was.
would like to add something here, Aman, that toss at Chepauk doesn't matter much. I mean, this is what something captains will learn
Yeah.
from all the three games that have been played. That toss doesn't matter much on this Chepauk wicket. Maybe from the next game we'll see captains winning the toss and batting first, because how the wicket deteriorates in the second innings, it kind of is even slower than the first in the first innings. So maybe something for the captains as well to look at.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
and
the pitch is deteriorating, and today was quite evident of the fact that not only the spinners have a have a chance at this pitch, but also the pace bowlers with the cutters and with the knuckle balls have a good chance. So the pitch is changing.
Yeah, Vansh, also, if you want, you can still come on to the other side. There's a
I'm
lot
so
of space
excited.
here for new fans.
No man,
Well,
I,
after
I'll
that loss, think there might be some fans converting Mumbai.
Yeah.
all those are plastic fans. I mean, they should go then. If they are out of KKR after this, then they should go. Plastic fans.
Well, it was great talking to you. See you next time. Good
Yeah.
night,
Thank you
boss.
so much for having me.
Thank,
Thank you, guys.
Good night, everyone.
congrats,
It was
congrats.
great having you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.